Jessica Nordell, The End of Bias, A Beginning. In The End of Bias, A Beginning by Jessica Nordell, readers embark on an enlightening journey to understand and tackle deeply ingrained biases. Just as quitting sugar demands a conscious shift in lifestyle, dismantling biases requires more than just awareness. It calls for a fundamental reshaping of thought processes. This book delves into the roots of biases, comparing them to habitual cravings that persist despite our intentions. Nordell examines how diversity workshops, although well-intentioned, often fall short in creating lasting change. The key lies not in elimination but in replacement, exchanging biased thoughts with balanced perspectives. Through thoughtful analogies and real-world examples, this book offers insightful strategies to address biases in our daily lives and workplaces, helping us to truly acknowledge and appreciate our differences and cultivate a conscious, inclusive society.
Embracing our differences. Let's talk about the sugar we often fail to notice sneaking into our diets, in pasta sauces and even yogurts. Many times, we reach for these sugary items out of habit rather than actual desire. Letting go of sugar, although challenging, could significantly assist in achieving better health. This predicament eerily mirrors how we contend with our personal biases, which are deeply ingrained through upbringing and cultural influence. They emerge automatically, much like a habitual reach for a cookie. Unbeknownst to us, these biases shape how we perceive age, race, or gender, often unfairly. Diversity workshops attempt to disrupt these patterns, encouraging people to recognize and actively inhibit biases from steering their decisions. However, their lasting effectiveness is debatable. Similar to a Dieter's inevitable return to sweets, many revert to familiar biased perceptions. Some workshops may even inadvertently strengthen these biases by fostering heightened awareness. It's like spotting hipster mustaches everywhere once you've started noticing them. Far from removing biases, they can begin to penetrate all aspects of our lives, despite intentions to eradicate them. Rather than striving for elimination, the aim should be substitution. Addressing bias effectively begins with acknowledging and celebrating our differences, not ignoring them. In workplaces that truly prioritize diversity, employees feel more appreciated and face less discrimination. This can be likened to replacing sugary indulgences with nutritious alternatives, rather than merely resisting cravings. The approach showcased by psychologists Will Cox and Patricia Devine in their Madison workshops exemplifies this strategy well. They guide individuals to recognize the need for change and adopt an open mindset toward replacing prejudiced thoughts. Consider your fondness for chocolate ice cream. Recognizing its sugar content prompts you to select healthier options, like a fruit bowl. Replacing biased thoughts involves a similar shift toward balance and fairness, demanding not only the identification of stereotypes but also the development of new, inclusive cognitive patterns. Take road rage, for instance. Instead of instantly labeling someone as aggressive in traffic, contemplate their possible circumstances. Maybe they're in a hurry to reach a hospital, which could transform your perception. The path to genuine change requires delving deep into our belief systems and the historical roots of our biases. This journey is akin to adopting a lifelong healthy eating habit, as opposed to undertaking a fleeting diet. Ultimately, overcoming bias centers on recognizing and valuing our differences, a vital yet challenging step toward crafting a society built on mindful actions rather than instinctual responses born from cultural conditioning.
Jessica Nordell's The End of Bias, A Beginning presents a transformative approach to combating bias, emphasizing the replacement of ingrained habits with more balanced perspectives. Just like substituting sugary indulgences with healthier options, overcoming bias is about incorporating conscious choices into our lives. The book highlights that recognizing biases isn't enough. We must actively adopt new ways of thinking, much like a lifelong commitment to a healthier lifestyle. By understanding the historical context and embracing the journey of change, Nordell emphasizes the importance of valuing our differences and consciously making decisions that reflect this understanding. This engaging exploration illustrates that overcoming bias is challenging but fundamental for fostering a society where actions are informed by mindful awareness rather than automatic cultural conditioning, ultimately paving the way for genuine inclusivity and appreciation of diversity.